Hey guys, I'm James.
And I'm Corwin.
And welcome to an early morning record of This Movie's Gay.
This movie is gay.
Oh, it's so early because I have 3 podcasts to record today, and Corwin said, man, I can't do to 7 p.m.
James was like, come over at 7. And I was like, I have plans.
I'm glad you chose the 10 a.m.
I will be doing the 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Even though this is too early for me to be awake and not at work.
You are at work. You're working right now.
Okay.
I'm at work right now.
You are.
I don't get paid for my job, but it's still work.
I don't consider this work. I consider it fun time, James.
Oh, man. I wish at least promoting it you would consider it work. Oh, God. I wish all my co-hosts, besides TC and you, are the best at it. But
that's sad.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm not very good at it.
I know.
I'm just real bad at social media, y'all.
TC used to be much better because his Tumblr, he's Tumblr famous, and that I
Which
think
means
is
nothing.
And now it might not, but you know.
No, even that Tumblr fame means nothing.
The listens, what the Hellmouth gets, it means something.
I think it's a lot of Twitter, actually.
Okay, the TC's Twitter famous.
Sure.
Okay, guys. But hey, I know Jose's listening right now. Promote the podcast more, man.
Yikes. Hey, Jose.
Okay, so I'm doing a Patreon podcast that will just be me. And everyone's like, oh, James, yeah, it's just going to be you because none of us want a guest. Every single episode, I'm going to end it with me just saying, hey, guys, if you are listening right now, if you're a fan of this, just make this the most popular thing ever so I can be petty as hell to all of my friends who said this wasn't going to be good.
Who says that? Who puts you down?
Nicole's been saying it. TC's been saying it.
Okay, I could have guessed those two. Is there anyone else?
I think some Hit It and Critic guys, they're not saying it's going to be bad. I think they're just like, we don't want to be on it. That's the thing. It's not that it's just going to be
so
bad.
You're taking it, someone saying, I don't want to be on this, to it's going to be bad.
Because they have zero interest in any of it. So it is saying like it is an uninteresting thing. And I'm glad. I don't have to worry about people's schedules.
There's zero interest in it because they don't want to have to deal with scheduling and getting to go and do another thing in their lives.
At least TC and Nicole are like, no, that's going to be terrible.
Well, that's because TC and Nicole love to razz you.
Yeah, we talked about it last episode, guys. Razz your friggin' friends. They'll love you more for it. Or be afraid to confide in you.
And I would razz you about this, but I don't know what you're doing. And every time you explain it to me, I just have like the visual representation of the THX sound, the from movies, you know, that thing.
I thought you were going to say the rainbow wheel.
Well, yeah, I have a rainbow wheel. It just, as soon as James starts talking about anything podcast related that's not specifically gay, I'm just like, rainbow wheel. That's what happens in my head.
I'll let you know if there's anyone in this that is gay.
James is just like, if he's like, hey, do you want to come be on this? I'm like, yeah, sure. Is it gay? And he's like, no. And I'm like, fine.
You've been on 2 things.
They were gay enough.
Were they Shin Godzilla in that one episode?
They were not gay enough.
Super Sentai?
I mean, the golden kick was a little gay.
No, that dude was a creep, remember?
He was a creep. I'm saying the episode itself was a little gay.
Oh, wait, no, you were not. I was thinking you were on the cactus episode.
No, I was on the episode with the weird-ass birdcage.
Yeah, and he was... Ooh, Birdcage. It's a gay movie.
Birdcage is a gay movie. One of your favorites.
Those probably came out the same year. Or did that come out in 91, Birdcage?
I have no idea. I'm bad with dates, James.
Oh, man, I'm lousy with dates, if you know what I mean. I'm going on them all the time.
Okay.
With one person.
Okay. Weird flex.
Yeah. Guys, I'm monogamous as hell. Which goes into the movie we watched today.
We watched a movie that was vignettes, and usually I hate vignette movies because I'm like, just give me 3 people. I don't care. I don't want to see a bunch of different people. I just want like 3 people. That's it.
Then we should watch that Boys Night. What's that one called by... I forget his name. The director of all the Eating Out movies, his first movie that is in the weird aspect ratio on Amazon.
Q. Allen Braca.
Yeah.
There was a rainbow wheel there. There was the big sound. It was happening. Lots of stuff was happening in my brain right now. It is early for me.
I was going to say Baraka, but I'm like, that's a Mortal Kombat character.
It is.
He's got the big old teeth, right?
Yeah, and the arm swords.
Oh, man, he's scary, guys.
God, why do I know that? I know it from my class. That's why.
Oh, yeah, because you did...
voiceover video game class with the guy that did that game.
Guys, check out Mortal Kombat. It's a scary game. Just never do fatalities. That's the bad part of the game.
Where they rip out someone's spine.
And it's too detailed. It's insane that game is not controversial still because it is just so grotesque. How was it controversial when they just like... these pixel sprites of a guy's spine, and now you can see...
because the graphics were so good then, James. We hadn't seen anything like it.
Okay.
Now if you go back and look at Elder Scrolls Oblivion, you're like, this looks like shit.
Is that the one before Skyrim?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, you got to check out Elder Scrolls 1.
You go and look at Final Fantasy 7 and you're like, oh my God, I thought this game was amazing because of the graphics.
I got Final Fantasy 8 remastered.
You saw Final Fantasy 8 remastered and you're like, oh, okay.
The character models in that are 2 thumbs up.
I am waiting for the Final Fantasy 7 remake to come out April 10th?
Maybe.
Something like that. I don't know.
Someone, I think it was... excited. They posted like all it said was the duality of man, and it was the same day Animal Crossing comes out, I think the new Doom comes out, and they were like, yeah, man, I'm going to buy both of these.
You need both in your life for 2 different reasons.
One's, they're the same game.
No.
Yeah. It's just you're trying to save humanity in 2 different ways. One, you're trying to make a great town for the humans to live in, and the other one, you're trying to make sure Satan doesn't come through a portal to kill humanity.
I'm pretty sure they're animals.
Yeah, but they're humanoid animals. It's humanity, baby. There's also humans living in that town, so like they are all of the same class.
Are there?
Yeah. I've seen the Animal Crossing movie, and one of them's a human woman. And there's a human boy, too, that is a little rascal, and then they...
There's an Animal Crossing movie?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Guys, I've preached its praises before. It's never been released in America, but someone did a fan sub of it. And it is so amazing. It's just... do you play Animal Crossing?
Not really.
Okay, well, just feel like somehow they perfectly translated. I've only seen people play it, but they perfectly translated the feeling you get while watching someone play Animal Crossing to an animal. Like, all it is like she goes to this town and she's like, okay, so I did not tell Nicole that we were going to watch it. We have a movie dinner night. And I said, Nicole, you're going to love this. It's something you've never heard of, but you are going to love it. And I push play on the torrent. Then all of a sudden, like, you hear this girl and she's like, I'm just so excited for this new leap and I'm so excited to be here. And then you go over this mountainside and then the music, for, like the main Animal Crossing music starts playing and she looks over at me and she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's an Animal Crossing movie and it's so well made. I wish they would actually sub it or even dub it, like whatever they do. But for some reason, Nintendo of America hasn't done that.
All right.
And you can get it on DVD, but it's in Japanese, no subtitles. I mean, Japanese subtitles.
Probably because America doesn't really do well with video game movies.
Maybe. I don't know.
So, anyway, the movie we watched today was a bunch of vignettes together, and it was called Coffee House Chronicles.
I want Coffee House Chronic.
And yeah, a bunch of vignettes about LGBTQ people, mostly gay men.
Yeah, because it's based off from a web series, and they took that idea and went with it.
Something I've never heard of, which is great.
Oh my, hey guys, next episode we're watching the web series. What's up, Corwin?
That rainbow spinning.
I was
thing
about
again.
to say that too.
That was just what's happening. I'm not a morning person per se. Like once I'm awake, and can function and generally be a member of society that is providing a good service, I guess. Whatever. That was a long way to say something that is a common phrase that I don't remember what it is right now. But yeah, I'm still not awake right now.
I have to be awake, guys. I gotta be on 24/7, even when I'm sleeping. Because last time I checked, Nicole might roll over on Frank while he's sleeping. So I have to be aware of him and Nicole. So if I even feel her move in the bed, I'm awake. I got my arm over Franklin just to make sure he don't get crushed.
All right. Well, insight into your bedroom.
Yesterday, that sounded weird.
The whole thing sounded weird, James.
Yesterday from 1 a.m. or 1 p.m., I apologize, to like 9 p.m. So 8-hour days. I was straight up recording the entire time. I did Let's Plays, then hit it and crit it, then streamed.
Oh.
And I had to be on. You got to be on, except fuck, man. You know that vacation in quotes I took?
Vacation?
That didn't do anything.
Well, that's
I'm
because
still
you just
exhausted.
stayed home and played video games all day.
Yeah, to regenerate myself.
And now you started a thing where you play video games. So now you've transitioned from video games being a thing to regenerate yourself to being a thing that's taking energy out of you.
No, playing a video game still regenerates me.
But you're doing streaming.
No, what I'm saying is when I like Steven Universe, Chroma
well, then
Squad.
Why are you exhausted, James?
Because man, I'm constant. It's the talking in front of a mic that is exhausting.
That's what I'm saying, James. Because that's what you're doing with your video games now.
No, I still play Chroma Squad and Final Fantasy.
When you're not streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, streaming, especially Final Fantasy. No one wants to see
hilarious.
me. No one wants to see me grind for 20 hours.
It would be just you, just word vomiting in the mic. That's exactly what it would be.
That's what I usually do.
Normally is for everything, but it would be much worse because there would be nothing happening on the screen.
It just
except
me
fighting over and over and over again.
Not even fighting. It'd be me card modding the same exact creature over and over again. Because I'm like, oh yes, I need these cards to then junction the cards to the item junction that I get the item from in order to get a specific magic. And that magic I can junction, and then I go from, oh, hey, I'm only level 2, but I'm doing the damage that's 3 times stronger than a level 100 me would do. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on this.
Jesus. I'm just playing Final Fantasy 12. That's not the online one, right?
I don't. I think
Whatever,
11.
I think 11's online, 12's not. I'm playing Final Fantasy 12 and I'm just running around killing shit. Because this is where it's like the open world and the mobs are all running around and you can set little auto functions so they go and attack and do all that on their own so you don't have to choose what they do. And I'm just running around killing shit. That's what I'm doing.
And those kind
Level
of
up.
Yeah, those RPGs are great because it's just leveling up to get stronger and you can over level. But with Final Fantasy VIII, as I think we've talked about on this show before, the monsters level with you, so you don't want to level up. There's even skills when you kill a monster, you don't get the experience points. You just get AP, which AP helps your summons level up, and then as they level up, you get different skills that make you stronger without leveling.
Jesus. Anyway, this isn't a podcast about Final Fantasy. It's about House Chronicles, the movie. James, do you want to go through what our House Chronicles were? So the first little vignette that also comes up at the end, what James is giving a face because he has no idea what the vignettes were.
I should have written them down.
Was a guy walking in and to a coffee shop, as you do, to meet a guy for a date. And it's someone that was clearly catfishing him with someone else's pictures. It was completely different people. Don't catfish, y'all. And it was very awkward. And then he left. That was our first little vignette. And then,
Can I speak on this though?
yeah, sure.
So it was dates only. That's their
Dates
Match.com type style thing.
Match.com. Okay, Cupid. Tinder.
Have you ever had a dating profile?
Have I ever had a dating profile?
Yeah.
What kind of fucking question is that? Yes.
I don't know. I only had
I'm
plenty
pretty
of
sure
fish.
I've talked about it.
Oh yeah, you said like I think one of our first recordings. You said there is like a guy in our building who is like on my app right now.
Oh, I think that was Grindr, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Which is something completely different than what I would consider a dating profile.
You can have a profile on Grindr, right?
Yeah, but it's not really for dating, James.
So
anyway, yes, I have had a dating profile.
Okay, what has your screen names been?
It's usually just my name.
Okay. I don't remember my Plenty of Fish one, but I remember things I had in my bio where I would do deep cut references to things I liked. So if women came to the profile and was like, I get that, they would message me and be like, oh my God. Like I had things about Powerpuff Girls, 30 Rock, Community, Brett Gelman.
I would have swiped left.
And
whoop.
Well, the Plenty of Fish doesn't use swipe, I don't think.
Went whoop.
I would always get comments saying, you have such beautiful eyes. And I'd say, oh, thank you so much.
I do have in, I think, my OkCupid profile that I like really bad gay movies or really bad movies or something like that. So a lot of guys that do message me end up asking if I've seen Trolls 2.
Have you?
No.
It's very good.
No.
And then you can watch the documentary about it called Best Worst Movie.
Yeah.
John Gemberling and Curtis Gwynn play a major role in.
Well, a lot of people ask me that, or they'll ask what my favorite bad gay movie is, and I'm like, oh, I have a list.
What's on the top?
I mean, usually I throw out Monster Pies.
But that's not bad.
It fits the criteria, I feel, because it's a movie that they haven't heard of, and it's not a big blockbuster. I just usually throw an indie movie out there. I don't throw out the movies that are so bad that they're good.
You gotta tell them Gay Bed and Breakfast.
I'm not telling anyone to watch Gay Bed and Breakfast of Terror.
Oh, it's on Amazon Prime now.
Jesus.
You can just watch it on Amazon Prime.
Well, y'all, if you want to watch that movie on Amazon Prime, go ahead and watch it.
See, I know you've been wanting to watch it. It might be available in your area. Maybe if you have a VPN, you could switch it to America. I'm not 100% sure how all of that works with regioning. It might be available for you to watch if you have Amazon Prime.
Amazing.
Chia!
See, don't watch it. Don't do it. Don't do it, see?
We got to watch, maybe for a Patreon type deal, we got to watch the Gay Wrestling Federation, the same guy who did Gay Bed and Breakfast, but it's episodic. I think there's like 6 episodes on Vimeo.
Weird. What do you mean it's episodic? Like it's a show
it's a
instead of
show.
a movie?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were saying it's, okay, never mind.
Oh, I thought you meant like The Hobbit, where there are 3 episodic movies.
No, that's not what that would mean.
Yes, it is. If it's Star Wars, episode 1, episode 2, it's a TV show, guys. It's an episodic movie series. You can't say it's not. It's episode 1, aka Phantom Menace, aka number 2 episode, Attack of the Clones, I think.
If you had one movie where it goes through those different time periods and things where it's like, oh, this, and then that, and then this, and then that, like Cloud Atlas does, then it would be episodic.
No, I'm saying there's episodes.
Those are just different movies, James.
It's in episode 1 through 9. Have you seen episode 9?
No.
Guys, you got to watch it and let me know what's it about. I haven't seen it.
Oh, my God. Can we talk about this movie you watched?
We were talking about dating profiles.
Yes, and you went off on that, and you haven't come back around to the movie.
You're the one who went off on bad gay movies. Of course, I'm going to talk about it's a good gay movie, though, but I guess it fits the criteria. Gay Bed and Breakfast.
Now, that one I would say is a bad movie.
No, you just said a bad movie. Okay, so then we see these 2 zombies and they're hitting it off.
The zombie, before that, we actually had the grinder in the coffee shop. There was a guy going in a coffee shop and he was sitting at a table and he saw a cute guy in the corner and he was like, ooh. So he opened up Grindr to see if that guy was on Grindr. And then he wasn't, so he went and sat down with him and started talking to him because he wanted to get that dick.
And then guess what? Dude ends up being a hardcore racist.
Yes, which is prevalent and shitty.
Oh, okay, so the guy has sunglasses on. They go back to the guy's
that
place.
Comes later,
well,
but
it's the same story. Yes, it's the same story.
But the story's broken up. But in the beginning, we're like, the thing that I wrote down about this one, the guy was sitting there at the coffee shop in the corner with sunglasses on and just like with his tablet in front of him. And the other guy comes up and he's like, "Can I join you?" And he's like, "Are you sure? I'm not on your app or whatever." That was just very funny to me because he's like, how did you know he was looking at his Grindr profile to see if you were on there?
It's his sunglasses.
It was so funny.
You can look around with your sunglasses.
But yeah, that's what happened. And then later, after they were making out, he takes his sunglasses off and the guy realizes he's Asian and not Latino. So he gets racist.
He's like, "Oh, I don't like Asian guys." And then it's implied that he's like, "Oh, well, because all Asian dudes have small penises." But then the dude whips it out and he's like, "It's huge." But also, this guy is clearly not watching.
He said they had a sale at Walmart and I stocked up.
This guy is clearly not watching enough porn because that you see a variety. There's no.
It's just racism.
Guys, watch more porn with different races, and then you'll realize we're all the same in variety.
All right, well, moving on.
Yeah, but that makes sense. We're all the same in variety.
It just sounds weird, but
I'm saying like
humans are all the same. We have different.
Yes. No matter what your race, you can have a small penis, you can have a big penis, you can have a medium.
Yes, stereotypes are typically wrong.
Yeah, you can have small boobs, whatever race, large boobs.
I got big boobs.
Cheer!
Big old boobs.
Guys, everything's better with boobies on them.
Oh my God.
If these microphones had boobies, hell yeah.
They basically, it's one big boob.
Okay, thank you for saying that. Everyone's like, it's so phallic. It's like you're putting a big old dick in my mouth. And it's, no, I'm not.
I mean, I can see the phallic reference, but there's like a big old head here. So that's part of the phallic. But you could also, instead of saying, "Oh, big old head," because it's, got a microphone cover on it and it's soft, that's a boob.
No one's going to hear that. These are good mics. It doesn't pick up stuff.
I hate that just happened. Okay.
But back to the zombies.
Zombies were next.
So there are two zombies on a movie set. And then
why do a lot of our movies have zombies in them when they're not fantasy?
Wait, do they?
We had zombies in that one, another gay movie, or the second gay movie. The first.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The first episode of this new year for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had zombies in that, and then didn't they have zombies in another one?
I don't remember.
Probably in Slash. Did they have zombies in Slash?
But that was a fantasy movie.
Yeah.
A science fiction movie.
Yes. I feel like we've had so many zombies. Maybe I'm just crazy and I think that everything's a zombie.
No, episode 4, cheerleader zombie die.
Yeah, cheerleaders. Yeah, okay. But that one was sort of fantasy too. Zombies. Gay.
It used to be big, guys, back in 2009, 2013.
All right. So yeah, talk about the zombies.
So they're hanging out. They're on a movie set, and they're like, "Hey, we're going to reset, take
coffee
5.
Is shit.
And that's my note. Don't talk shit about Crafty, or Crafty gonna talk shit about you.
What? What is Crafty? Are you talking about craft services?
Yeah, Crafty.
I don't even think that was like craft services. That seemed like the PA just set up a table of coffee and
it's
like
still
some
craft
bananas.
services, guys. There could have been just a cheese plate there. It's still craft services. This also didn't look union. They didn't need to have that there. I'm kidding. The set looked kind of unionish. No, it didn't. You tell me, guys. I'm not in any unions. I kind of don't believe in them.
Jesus, James.
I think unions in concept in the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, yes, you needed unions.
We need them today,
I'm
James.
not just going to give someone money for them just to take my money.
James.
Down with unions.
No, we need them.
Okay, if you are in an industry where like there's a good chance you'll die on it, then you need a union.
No, I would much rather have a union for my entertainment industry. I would rather have a union for all of the industries I've been in, actually.
No, guys, don't
I feel like you
unionize.
should look up unions more.
I have.
I think you should do a little more research.
I went to a school that was very, not even the teachers were unionized, so they didn't teach unions.
This sounds
I'm kidding. That didn't happen.
I feel like you've watched a little too many Walmart union busting videos.
No, like I like Bernie Sanders. He's always like, oh yes, the unions, and I'm like, I still don't get it. Like, why would I want to pay more to? Because then it doesn't really work out, right? You're like having
most
to
of the time
pay.
you end up actually making more money with unions.
Dang. I'm for unions now, guys.
Jesus. God.
Guys, listen to tomorrow's What the Hellmouth. There's a huge conversation, not about unions, about Buffy the Vampire Slayer that ends like that.
Jesus. James.
TC's very mad at me.
I was about to be very mad at you. We watched a whole movie about pride, about how the mining unions helped LGBT rights in England. Did you take nothing from that?
Those people, yeah, I saw these nice people, not these nice union workers, were helping out these people who needed help, and vice versa.
Oh my God, James. Anyway, the zombies. They went on a little date next door because the coffee was shit, and they ate, before the coffee was shit, they had half a banana that the actress just sort of ate half of and then threw at one of the zombies.
And then there was like a crunchy bread thing.
Biscotti, I think.
Could have been.
So we were very obsessed with the food, if you don't know.
I'm hungry.
I am too. I had some fruit leather and that's it.
I had 2 egg burritos.
That's way more than I had this morning because I woke up, took a shower, and immediately came here.
Oh!
I have some fresh peach juice to sustain me.
Hey, one man's peach juice is another man's animal crackers.
That is not a thing. Anyway, the zombies went on a little date. They both had heavy makeup on. One of them, you could clearly see what his facial shape was, so it didn't really matter. But the other guy, you couldn't, because he had a lot of prosthetic on his face. And they were like, oh, well, here's pictures. And they're like, no, we should just go on a date, and it's basically a blind date because we don't know what each other looks like. And then they randomly, the guy who you could see what his face looks like, kissed the other guy. And then, yeah, that was it. Zombies!
I do just want to clarify one thing. There is one union I believe in, and that's the union of matrimony.
Jesus, James. Fucking hate you.
Coming from someone who's never going to get married.
Sorry, drinking some peach juice.
Or it's goldfish cracker, animal crackers.
No, it's peach juice.
Dude, just say you're drinking back some animal crackers.
It literally says peach on it, James.
You can get peach animal crackers.
I'm going to dump this on your head.
I would love the dry animal cracker on my head.
Then we had another one about pegging a gay guy and a straight guy, and I guess the gay guy was... No, I guess not. They were doing some sports activity or working out or something like that. It was basketball. Great. And the gay guy's like, I wiped the floor with you because you're drinking a lot of sugar and all that stuff. And the other guy's like, nah, I just had an off day. And he's like, you have nothing but off days. You're welcome. Take care of yourself. And then they discuss pegging because the gay guy's like, everybody does it. You're missing out on life. And then the straight guy's like, well, you're missing out on pussy. I apologize to everyone that just had to hear me say that.
Nicole was in the bedroom with the door closed, and then after the guy says that, Nicole just goes, ha.
She did. So then they make a bet for $20 that whoever tries this new experience first, the gay guy sleeping with a woman or a person with a vagina, I guess, would work as well. I don't know. There was no stipulation there. And the straight guy trying pegging or dick. So then they were like, nah, $20 isn't enough. And they raised it to $100, which I still don't think is enough.
Guys, $20 is like my weekly income right now. I'll get pegged for $20.
Anyway, that vignette comes back towards the end, and the straight guy's like, you owe me $100. And the gay guy's like, what? Tell me about it. And then he was like, I was literally never going to sleep with a woman. That was not going to happen. This is the best $100 I've ever spent. So that's what happened in that one. And then we got the racist dude back. That was the next one, I think. And then we had the guy from the very beginning with the bad date and the catfishing back. He came back and was trying to find a new date, and his roommates were like, nah, man, you're adorable. And then we had the transgender date where one guy was openly transgender, talking about his experience and stuff on this date with this girl, explaining how things would work and stuff like that. It was very forward. And then the girl revealed at the end of that she was also trans, and he freaked out for a second, but then they sort of came back together. And
because she says, I just want to know, like, your opinion on the Carpenters.
The Carpenters. And I said, I don't know who that is.
Rainy days and Mondays always get me down.
I don't know.
Why do birds suddenly appear? I believe they did that one.
About? The fuck you talking about, James?
Karen Carpenter.
I don't know who you mean.
Okay, there's
Jesus
Rainy Days
was
and Mondays.
a carpenter.
Hold on, I need to bring up the Carpenters are one of my favorite bands.
Had no idea.
And I just got.
Do they rap?
No, they're a singing group from.
Does not compute.
From the 70s.
Does not compute.
And then she passed away from complications with anorexia.
That's sad.
Carpenters. You've heard the Carpenters before.
Probably. I've heard most things before, James. I just can't.
Let's go to their songs.
Throw it out there in the middle of the day.
Yesterday, once more. We've only just begun.
No idea. And you singing it will not make me know it.
You've probably, especially their Christmas album. Nicole has probably played it while you're here. Nicole really likes that Christmas album. Please, Mr. Postman. They did that only yesterday.
Wait, Please, Mr. Postman? What was that?
Please, Mr. Postman.
I need more description.
Superstar. That would be a song you would know.
I need more information on the Postman.
Okay, let's go to it probably is them covering it.
Oh. Well, I don't know, James. This is something that we can discuss after podcast.
Yeah, baby.
But I don't know.
Guys, shame Corwin for not knowing the Carpenters.
You should have told me about the Carpenters, James. It's your fault. And then we had a date with some people that we knew from the Eating Out series, where we had Zach from Eating Out All You Can Eat and Drama Camp and all that. And then we had Dick Dickey from Dick Dickey's Drama Camp as well.
Which he's been in so much stuff, like Comedy Bang Bang, Sarah Silverman.
He's a comedian.
Yeah, he's done so much stuff.
And yeah, this one, a guy lost his partner to death, I guess. I don't know. It's early, y'all.
That's a weird way to phrase that.
But he's still seeing him and like having conversations with his ghosts or whatever.
Like, I lost my spouse to the Great Flood.
I lost them to dysentery.
I lost them to death.
I lost them to death. I mean, in the future, if I ever lose someone, I will be saying I lost them to death.
Oh, no. If someone's like, oh, how come you stopped doing your podcast? You're like, I lost my co-host to death.
That's what it'll be.
In all reality, it would be, I lost him to suicide, but...
James. Jesus.
Someday, but I'm too much of a coward and a people pleaser to do it. I've made a song about it.
I'll be so mad, James.
What? Oh.
That way you continue to be people pleasing. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So he's still talking to him and he's like, oh, all these dates suck. I just want to connect with someone. I don't care what they look like, blah, blah, blah. And then Dick Dickey is like, hello, we've been best friends forever. And actually, I would like to have a relationship with you. And then they kiss. And then that's that story.
And it's better than my high school relationship where we were both like, we're best friends, we should date. And then it's like, no, maybe we shouldn't because then that'll ruin the best friendship.
They had that conversation too.
I did.
Yeah. Oh, hilarious. When I was telling my best friend that I was gay, she thought I was telling her that I was in love with her because she had that happen to her before. And I was like, no, obviously
Quite the
not.
opposite.
Quite wrong. And let's see. What was next?
The love triangle?
At some point
rectangle?
in there, I've missed one because I didn't write it down because I thought it was boring. There's an old married couple that have been married for 25 years, but they said they were in their 40s. So I guess
not even 40. They were like 39.
They're saying they're only 39, but they old.
Wait. Maybe they're okay. We might have misinterpreted that. It might be someone who is 40 constantly saying, "Oh, I'm 39," because it does come back later.
No. No. Yeah.
Yeah, because even if they were 40 and they've been together for 25 years, that means they would have met when they were 15.
That's what I did that math too when we were watching it, and I was like, okay,
yeah,
they've been together since they were 15. All right.
Yeah, I think they were playing. Oh, we're not going to admit. My mom was 39 for like 5 years.
Anyway, they're having their 25th anniversary. This one is also split up. I don't remember where it's split up, but they're like, what are we going to do? And it's a Friday night and all that. And one guy decides that his gift to his partner for their anniversary is to get the porn star that his partner loves to join them in their bedroom. And when he's meeting with the guy, he realizes that the guy is straight and also has like a girlfriend and a kid. And then he's like, well, I actually can't do this anymore. And instead just gets an autograph.
Which is a fantastic gift.
Yeah. I mean, he should have been like, here's this guy that you love. Meet him. Get his autograph.
That would have been great. Of just like, hey, I gotta hang out with this guy.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened. And then we had another one.
Actually, that would be weird though. Because I've thought where like I have been friendly with a porn star, Holly Hannah, made a song about her and we conversated a little. If we had like become friends and then I was like, you should come on our podcast, it would be weird, especially like in like a fan meetup, like to talk about like, hey man, I've seen you have sex before. Let's talk about what's your favorite films you've been in. It's not like me talking.
I don't want to talk to a porn star about that. I want to talk to a porn star about their favorite food because like I love food.
I know like that, but like in a podcast setting, it'd be like, yeah, and you know them from this and that. And because, I do that like to Melzer. Melzer does comedy films and shows. So of me saying like, what was the most difficult thing to shoot in The Wizard's Apprentice? I could like trying to translate that over to someone. I guess that's just the prudish, like, Christian upbringing in me. Instead of me saying like, yeah, when you were a cam girl, I guess I could phrase it like that. When you were a cam girl, like what were like difficulties and what were upsides about that compared to then when you went into the like mainstream porn industry? What are the pros and cons of both?
I gotta be real honest. The last 5 minutes I've had the rainbow swirl. I don't know what you've been talking about.
Yeah, that's very odd because that was under a minute I was talking, and for you to think that was five
whole minutes. James has been talking about something. I don't know what it is. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
I'm just flexing on how good of a podcast host I am.
Flexing. Then we also had one. Oh, the guy that was the porn star had one of my favorite lines that I wrote down. He said, "I'm a whore, not a pusher." Loved it. Beautiful.
Because he wasn't going to get them drugs.
Yeah, he wasn't going to bring them drugs. He was just going to bring them sex.
Oh, the only line I wrote down was from him as well. The guy says, oh, my partner, he's a really big fan of yours. And he goes, really? Cool. Just very, if someone had said that to me, I'd be like, really? Thanks.
That's exactly how I answer people that are like, oh, I loved you in this theater production. I'm like, thanks. Beautiful. I have so many things that I just cannot read on my paper, so that's great.
The love rectangle.
Yeah, we had the love rectangle. We had two others, I think. We had the love rectangle, which was this couple went and sat down for brunch, and the guy is complaining about leaving the house on, in the morning when they should be off and at home and chilling. And the girl's like, no, we've got to meet up with these friends. We've been trying to meet up and we wanted to introduce you so that we, have a group and we can do regular brunch and all this. And then the couple comes and the guy is a little standoffish and the girls go to the bathroom together and the guy makes the, old ass joke about, oh, women always go into the bathroom together. Stop making that joke. It's dumb. And then we find out that the guys have been sleeping with each other. They've been, stepping out on their wives. And at this point, I'm like, I hope the girls are in the bathroom making out.
And right then, when Corwin said that, it flashes to them making out.
I had to stand up because I was laughing so hard that I got that right. And pretty much what happened was the guys were hooking up outside of their marriage, and the girls were trying to figure out who the guys were sleeping with. And they met each other and they were like, well, we should sleep together too. So they did. And then they, started this relationship and finally got everyone to meet. And they're like, the girls know all of everything that's happening. The guys just know that they're stepping out. They don't know anything about the girls stepping out. So it's hilarious.
You know those crosswalks in like Tokyo that also go diagonal?
Sure.
Whatever you call that crosswalk, that's the kind of love rectangle I hope this is.
They're all sleeping together.
Yeah. It's like if you have a box Jets pizza and you were to cut it into just 4 triangles.
I don't think there's any diagonals because you just have the corners. So you've got the first guy sleeping with the other guy and sleeping with his wife, but not sleeping with the other wife.
No.
And then you've got the other guy sleeping with his wife and the other guy not sleeping with. And then you've got the girls, they're sleeping with each other and their respective husbands, but not. I mean, one day these swingers will come together, and hopefully. But as of right now,
everyone's holes is filled by each other.
I hate that you said that.
No, you don't.
Jesus Christ.
And then his Lord's name in vain.
No, excuse me. Jesus would also be upset with you saying that.
No, he wouldn't. He loved love, okay?
The other one was our good friend from what was it called?
This Is Us.
This Is Us.
No, it's not really This Is Us. That's
not.
The show on.
I know.
Okay.
You said it, and I was just like, let's go with it. It's the one. Jesus, what was the name? We said Blaine was very boring. I think Nicole was in here for that. It was the columnist writer dude that was trying to get with another guy that was singing songs for him, but he ended up accidentally using his roommate's dating profile, and his roommate's a go-go dancer. So the guy that he's in love with thinks that he was talking to the go-go dancer the whole time and not the writer dude. So hijinks ensue. His name in the other movie is Blaine. I had it pulled up for James.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We got to keep going through.
So much.
He goes and meets someone on a blind date, and he's like, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 17. I lied. Well, actually, I'm going to be 17 in a couple months. And he's like, then you're 16. I'm out of here. And then he stays because he's like, well, no, wait.
And then the child is like, no, please stay. I just want to hang out. I just want to talk or whatever.
I don't know any other gay people in town. Just please. And he's like, well, then isn't there like a gay straight alliance? And then he says an offensive term.
And our older gay is like, don't say that.
Yes, because, hey, other gays might say it, but he says the F word. Using it as a
It's called Is It Just Me is the movie that the guy was in.
Yeah, it has an is in it. Like the using...
We know the name. Okay, anyway, they end up talking, and the guy keeps almost leaving because anytime the child tries to get sexual, I guess, the older guy's like, nope, out of here. But they ended up hanging out and talking, and I guess he's gonna be sort of a mentor to him.
Little brother, big brother.
Yeah, which is fine. Still a little weird
because of how they met.
But yes, please don't lie about your age. We also saw a wonderful woman who is in a lot of fucking movies, who is in the one that I most remember her from is 50 First Dates. She was the owner of the cafe. The lady that came up to the table. Yeah, she's lovely. I don't know her name. She didn't have a name in this. But
I have one last note on this, and it's that this movie had a lot of actors who we've seen in
a lot
previous movies, but those previous movies were like from 10 years ago. That's like, oh, they were kind of cheesy and such. But in this one, everyone was acting so well, and it's great to see those people who it was probably their first movie we ever saw them was actually their first movie, being fantastic actors. And we also, I swear, there's a movie we watched, I forget the movie, what it was, where they owned a coffee shop and the coffee shop was going to go out of business. E-Cupid. And I swear that they go to that coffee shop. It's reskinned to be another coffee shop, but I'm positive because it also had like the same kind of parking lot off to the left. It's the same exact place. So we even saw
James
a same location.
Locations, but not faces.
Sure don't.
Because every single person that I pointed out, he was like, what? I was like, it's him!
Except Dick Dickey.
Except for Dick, because you can't forget Dick Dickey.
Also because I've seen him in so many things.
Yeah, because he's in so much. I immediately recognized Zach and the Is It Just Me guy and the lady that's in everything. She's in absolutely everything. She's in so many things. She's in Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. She's in 50 First Dates. She's in
we don't need her IMDb.
Yeah, she's in a lot. I think her name is Amy.
It's fine. It's fine, Corwin.
I feel so bad. I should know her name because I love her. Whenever I see her and stuff, I always point at the screen and go, ah! Literally every time.
Except this time, guys, he went boo.
I did not.
Because
Don't put that on me.
Because she didn't have enough lines.
She did not have enough lines. So yeah, that was our movie, our series of vignettes. I think we hit all the vignettes. There were 9 of them. Oh, the guy in the beginning, he came back at the end. He sort of had one at the beginning, one in the middle, one at the end. He was going to meet the guy at the coffee shop that his roommates helped him pick out through the dating profile, and because he picks losers all the time apparently. And he ends up seeing this guy who is who he was in the picture, but he said he is not into hookups, and that's all he wanted. He didn't want coffee, he just wanted to hook up, and then he left, which is what happened. And then, yeah, that was it.
And in between a blowjob was saying, hey, I need to take this text.
He was, there was a blowjob happening on the screen. We didn't see dick, but we saw butt. And, yeah, the guy was like, hold on, gotta take this, and was texting his friends. And then he was like, nah, you keep going.
He also had a tattoo on that butt.
James was real interested in the butt. The tattoo, yeah, that was it. I don't usually like vignettes, so this is the first one we watched, but, you know, I enjoyed it for the most part, mostly because there were people in it that I've seen before.
I loved it.
Would recommend, yes.
Yes, absolutely. That tattoo looked kind of like a Felix the cat if it were a fish and had a crown on him. That's what I saw.
I don't remember the tattoo at all.
It was also just a Rorschach, so you could see anything looking into it.
I don't think that's true.
It's probably because Frank is a cat. I think he's a king, but his breath smells like fish, so...
Okay. Yeah, movie was good. I recommend it. Do you recommend it, James?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It was pretty good. Again, Coffee House...
Corwin, what you got to plug? Chronicles. Why? That's the only
movie.
part I remember.
I don't remember that part. I'm like, Coffee House blank the movie. I'm like, what is it? I keep wanting to say collection, Coffee House Collection, the movie. Yeah, I don't have anything to plug except my theater company, as always, and my theater company is Saltbox Theater Collective. Follow them, see what they're doing, check them out. And then my... Twitter and Instagram at Corwinning. Also, our podcast at This Movie's Gay. Follow us on all that stuff.
Yeah, Corwinning is winning. Or wait, no, I meant to say Corwin is Corwinning. That's what. Guys, just go to mlmpod.com to find out about my other podcasts. You'll enjoy them. We got a new one, Nicole is hosting and I'm co-hosting. It's really good. It's a Nicolas Cage one. We've already revealed that, but we recorded the first episode. And what we did was we covered, so on most recording programs, you can see the time go up. We covered that because we were like, we're done when we're done. We don't want to be like, oh, wow. And then we removed it and it was 2 hours long.
Jesus.
And there's some great conversations in that. Check it out. That'll be on Patreon. We have my one-man podcast coming and some other stuff. Also, go over to YouTube, search Mostly Speak in Sentai, where you'll find me mostly playing PlayStation. I'm streaming every Wednesday and or Saturday nights.
Do you ever think that someone razzes you about the one-man podcast because you come off originally saying, oh, it's only me, and they feel excluded, so then they're gonna razz you about it because you're not including them in that?
No, I say the subject of the podcast, then they razz me, and then I realized, oh, this is going to have to be a one-man podcast because no one wants to be on it.
All right.
I'll tell you afterwards. Or you want to know, I'll bleep this out. I'm going to watch every episode of the first season of and then also related to it.
Oh my God. I can see why they razz you.
Yeah, see?
100% can see it.
It's going to be the best thing
why not?
ever.
What was that? I feel like there was another that came out around the same, or at least on that did, and it was like,
Corwin, you have to yes, is fantastic, but we have to stop because I'm now having to bleep out so many things. Like when I said, or when I said, when you said, all of this needs to be bleeped out.
Okay.
I've been James, I guess.
I've been Corwin.
And then do we just say see you in class, bitch sticks, or are we still doing bye?
Both.
Okay.
See you in class, bitch sticks. Bye.
Yeah, I got things to do, guys. I'm so exhausted.
I'm gonna go eat.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat. I'm just going to eat a tub of Cool Whip right now. See you guys.
Jesus Christ.
That's all I can afford, and it's a fun time snack with low calories.
It's not fun.
It is. This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCullum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today.